Here today to actually make sure that everything is working for children to come back to school on Monday. And I've gone around the school compound, and as you have seen, even around the compound, there is enough water point where the children can wash their hands without a problem. And there are enough tanks of water within the school compound to make sure that every time that a child needs to wash, they have a place to wash their hands. And I would say also this particular school, they are really prepared, even for the issue of distance, social distance in their classroom. They have done their level best. And as you have noted, already we have some new classes which we are building. And already we had started this because this school is growing very fast, because most of the children around here who finish primary school, they join this particular secondary school. Apart from that, we are going around all the schools in Kiambaa constituency, making sure that there is a preparedness for students to go back to school. Number one, we want to make sure that the issue of water point is available, and the issue of the student to sanitize their hands, and the issue of having a thermogun to make sure that when the children come to school, they are measured their temperatures. And then also, we have made sure that there is also the availability of the mask for all the students who come to school, because of what is required by the health department because of the pandemic. I will say that at the same time, we are trying to clean, because students had gone home and they're on holiday, to make sure that we clean all the classes as we can. And I'm happy to report that we are doing a good job, and they are doing a very good in Kiambaa constituency. And I'm happy that before the end of the day, most of this work will be completed. And if not, tomorrow we continue until we make sure that we are prepared for the students to come back to school on Monday. I'm prepared about the number of students who are going to come. And like I had mentioned before, and it's good to be honest, I have only one fear. If we are to comply to the social distance that is required by the health ministry, and that is what the schools are going to take, it will be a bit difficult because we need more classes. But I had proposed earlier, and the proposal that maybe the ministry has to consider is actually going to the old days when we didn't have enough classes, and their students used to come in the morning and the other students come in the afternoon. That way, I can see us complying to the issue of social distancing. But right now, it will mean some of the students have to study outside, like here where we are now today. You can see their forms around the trees. Maybe the students can sit there, but very uncomfortably so. But if they are to study comfortably, is maybe change that. And the mindset of the students, if they know they are to come in the classroom at 7 o'clock in the morning, they'll come and make sure that they study until 12. Then from 2 o'clock, we have another group of students to be in the classes until evening. That is the only way I'm seeing we can be able to comply. Otherwise, right now, it is very, very difficult to comply. And as I want all of us know, most of our classes have more students because we do not want any child to miss education. And because the facilities are not available, we allow them to come. And here we are, we have COVID-19, and we have to have the social distance rules as told by the Ministry of Health. Then it is a must that we must find a way. And that is the only way I'm saying we can 100% comply with the issue of social distance if we have a program of 2 classes, in the morning and in the afternoon. For the parents also, they should chip in by either buying the mask, giving some more money to buy the certain sanitizer required in school. And that's the way we can show that we also care about our children. We cannot just be taking the children to the school and then we don't do something extra. And I'm sure parents are always winning if there is a conversation. So we need to converse with the parents so they can do something also for the schools. We have like primary school, which are government owned. There are more than 23 primary schools. And we have about 16 secondary schools by the government. And on the other side, we have almost the same number of schools which are privately owned. But I'm afraid most of them right now, all of them, are saying there's a mass exodus of children coming from private school to secondary school. So we have the same number of private schools, which now they don't know what to do if they have to follow the standards that are put by the government, and they must be followed those standards. So we expect, as I've said, a mass exodus of people coming to public schools. And this will be something that we have to be very careful, because already we have a problem of the number. And we have the problem of the issue of social distancing. If we bring more, you can imagine what can happen. Already right now, a class, we should create another one class for each class because of the number that we have per class. So I would say the money that is found in corruption cases and the money that is seized even in the asset recovery, that money the government should put it to especially empower those three areas: security, health, and education. And that will help the country to grow in a very big way.